Do you guys ever just sit and wonder how sometimes we're so much in our head all the time, and sometimes there's a lot of things that are out of our control, and we just obviously we try our best to try and fix it, do something about it, maybe change certain things about certain outcomes, or wanting it because you're wanting a different outcome. And sometimes I always sit and think, like, sometimes it doesn't work that way. Most of the time it doesn't work in that way. And I guess the main point here is God, he has a plan of how everything's gonna work out for us in the long run, right? But sometimes we tend to want to control the situations, control the people, control, because we get anxious. Okay, and where does this anxiety come from? The anxiety comes from being afraid that things are not gonna be the way that we plan to be. But we just have to shift that, and we have to remind ourselves, and I'm guilty to not remind myself about this, but is God has a plan for all of us, and we need to just let go, like surrender to God's plan. And it's so hard for us to surrender. You'd be surprised, man. God really can surprise you more than you think. Once you really start surrendering. Okay, so once I was done recording that last video for you guys talking about surrendering to God's plan, right? The angels chimed in and they were like, okay, surrendering, yes, but don't forget to tell them about the second part to this, because there's a lot of you that have already surrendered. You guys are just like, okay, I've been doing this, and this, God, like, what else do you want? Like, it's almost like the angels are like, there's a lot that are already in the I've surrendered. Like, what's the next step? What am I not doing right? Because I'm not getting the result or a better result, right? Like, just a better result, because everybody's in different levels. Okay, so they said that the second part is tapping into yourself to be able to understand God's way. Okay, so he has a way, but he wants us to connect to ourselves so we can connect to him. We have to connect to ourselves first. Okay, we have to connect to ourselves first, guys. This is the key right here. You have to tap into yourself and what your soul needs. What is truly what your soul needs, like your purpose, that's gonna be making you happy, that's gonna be making you tap into you, okay, that then helps you connect to God, the source consciousness, okay. For some people, they wished they're still at that level of understanding that it's still God. Other people are at the level of understanding that it's consciousness, that is source, that it's for everyone. And it just depends where you're at of understanding. But anyways, I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole because there's so many rabbit holes, guys. And this is why I'm so passionate about understanding what I understand about the healings and quantum field and everything, because there's so much things out there that can help us connect to ourselves. But we need to be brave and finally decide, okay, you know what? If it's about me, let me connect with me. What does me need? And that's the key.